guys, welcome to The Bite. My name is Jackie. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a delicious cookie butter crinkle cookie. I asked on Instagram, if you're not following me, please go follow me. You get so many inside little behind the scenes things and you kind of get involved in what kind of recipes that I create on the channel. So it's a really good way to get involved. But I asked if you guys would like a recipe for Biscoff or Nutella, because in our household it's kind of split. I'm more of the Nutella person. My husband is more of the Biscoff cookie butter kind of person. But it was kind of 50-50. But today I'm gonna start off by sharing with you a delicious Biscoff cookie butter crinkle cookie. These are insane. I mean, insane. They have just the most luscious center. They got that, and if you've never had cookie butter, it's kind of like peanut butter's sophisticated cousin. And it has like a little bit of a cinnamon taste to it. It's just kind of got that delicious biscuit, spiced cookie kind of flavor. And I love it. The ingredients are super simple, so let me show you what you'll need. So this is basically the normal ingredients you'd need for a cookie. You need some butter, flour. I have two kinds of sugar, the brown sugar and the white sugar, an egg, some salt, baking soda, baking powder, some vanilla, and then of course your Biscoff cookie butter spread. So this is the Biscoff brand. Trader Joe's also has one called cookie butter, so you can find that there as well. I'm not sure of any other brands, but this kind of stuff is pretty easy to find for me. If you're international, I think Biscoff is probably more the one that you'll find. So I just get started by mixing together my butter and the sugar. This is room temperature butter, so that's what you want, just so that it mixes in and creams together really well with your sugars. This looks good. A lot of it is kind of stuck in my whisk here, but once I add in the egg and the vanilla, it'll kind of come out on its own. So yep, this is pretty much it. I'm just gonna add in the egg. And if you again, follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I bake a lot with my daughter. And we have been making these quite a bit, to the point that she can, the Biscoff cookie jar kind of looks similar to like a peanut butter jar. And so she's 2.5, and now she can recognize the difference between the cookie butter and the peanut butter, which is great, but when she wants to keep eating it, it's not so great, especially considering she thinks sleep is optional. So we don't want her to eat too much of it, because then she'll be bouncing off the walls and you know. But I posted a really cute video of us making pumpkin pancakes, and it's really cute, so you should go check it out. Just adding a little bit of vanilla. I added the egg, and gonna mix this all before adding in the cookie butter. So this is looking really good and pale and fluffy, and now I'm just gonna add the delicious cookie butter. It looks like dulce de leche. It's just so good. All right, using my spatula to make sure I get every little bit of cookie butter out. And just give this a good mix before adding in all of the dry ingredients. You can see how light and airy this is. This looks beautiful, almost mousse-like. And now I'm just going to mix my dry ingredients together. I don't have a spoon. So I'm just gonna give that a quick mix like this, and then sprinkle that in, and just fold this in. Now, this dough needs to sit in the fridge for a little bit, just because when it bakes up after being in the fridge, it holds its shape a little bit better. And I am not one to take what I consider to be super unnecessary steps, but in this case, it's very necessary. If I don't have to chill cookie dough, I won't. So I really do think that it needs it. Otherwise, it doesn't have that little bit of a puff that this cookie dough should end up with. So give this a mix, and I will show you once it's all combined. Once it's there, then I cover it and stick it in the fridge for 1 hour. But let me show you what it looks like once it's combined. All right, this is looking good, and you can see that the dough is really sticky, and that's good thing. It's gonna be a little bit more solid, obviously, once it comes out of the fridge. And we're gonna be scooping them and rolling them into some powdered sugar. When it comes out of the fridge, it'll be rollable and a little bit more pliable so that it'll hold its shape before it goes into the oven. So it won't be this sticky, but it'll have a good like kind of tackiness to it. I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but you'll see what it looks like. For now, I'm covering this, sticking it in my fridge, and then we can get to rolling. The dough is chilling for a little bit over an hour. You can see that it's kind of solidified, and that is what I want because it's gonna be a lot easier to roll in my hands. And then I'm gonna roll each one, roll them into the powdered sugar, and then place them on my silicone lined baking sheet. I like using these silicone mats because I don't feel like I'm throwing away crazy amounts of parchment paper all the time. So if you bake a lot of cookies, I really highly recommend getting these. You can get them on Amazon and it's like a pack of 3. So I use them quite often. So I take my cookie scoop, or I don't know if this is a cookie scoop or an ice cream scoop. It's the smaller one of the two, and I think this is like 2 tablespoons worth of scoopage. So I'm just going to take, and I like to really pack the dough in there. My daughter loves this part. She really enjoys, and I like to put the dough in her hands like this, and she really enjoys kind of like messing with the dough. It's almost like Play-Doh to her, and then she'll roll it in the sugar. She just has so much fun with it. So if you like to get your kids involved in the kitchen, cookies are the best thing to do that with, in my opinion. So you just want them fully coated. You want it to look like a powdered donut, okay, before you put it on your baking sheet. And that is going to stay just like that. When it goes into the oven, it'll crackle, hence the name crinkle cookies, and you'll be able to see the lines between all that powdered sugar, and it's gonna look so good. And by the way, I get a lot of questions about where you can find my recipes. It's the very first link in the description box. So you will always be able to find the instructions, the direction, or the ingredients, the directions on my blog. You'll find that for all my recipes that are on YouTube. They're all on the blog as well. So I'm gonna continue doing these, and then before they go into the oven, I will show you what they look like. And that's pretty much it. All the cookies are ready to go in the oven. They've all been rolled in the powdered sugar. Sometimes I notice whenever I do, whenever I finish with the last ones, sometimes the first ones look like they need a little redunk in the powdered sugar, and I already did that very, very first one. So I'm just going to roll in the first few one more time before they go in the oven. My oven is preheated to 350, and I'm just going to stick these trays in to bake for 10 to 12 minutes, and you'll see them start to kind of puff up. You'll see the crackles or the crinkles start to form, and it'll be just set. You don't want to bake it for any longer than that, otherwise it'll lose that chewy effect that the crinkle cookie is known for. So I'm going to wash my hands, stick these in the oven, and just sit by the oven and wait, because I can't wait to sink my teeth into one of these. They're out of the oven. They look amazing. And what I love about crinkle cookies is the last like 2 to 3 minutes of baking. If you stand by the oven and put the oven light on, you can see the crinkles actually forming in those last couple minutes. And those little tiny bits of that gooey bite are like just heavenly. So this makes almost 2 dozen. There's like a little one here. This is a little bit smaller than the rest of them. I like to dip that one, well, I like to dip all of them with coffee or tea or whatever, but this one's a little bit extra crunchy, and I kind of like it like that, as I think my husband does too. So we might be fighting over that one. But I just want to show you, the inside and how gooey this really is. Like, look at that. Look at that. Just, oh. I mean, come on now. Come on now. You bring this to any holiday party, although I don't know what kind of parties we're gonna be having for the holidays in 2020, but you know, you can have a party at home with your Biscoff Crinkle cookies, you know? So. It's chewy in the center. The edges are just slightly crispy, and it kind of tastes like a chocolate chip cookie without the chocolate chips, but with enhanced spices like the cinnamon and what makes the flavor of the cookie butter, it's just enough of that. Oh my God, this is literally heavenly. And I know why my daughter loves these so much. To all you Biscoff lovers out there, you need to make these. You need these in your life. If you have never had Biscoff, what a great way to introduce yourself to the loving deliciousness that is cookie butter and Biscoff. Just hands down, one of the best cookies, I think, and I'm the Nutella lover in this house. So I hope you guys give this a try. The directions and the ingredient list are going to be on my blog as usual in the first link in the description box. And don't forget to tag me on Instagram when you make these, because I know you will, and you're going to love them, and you're going to thank me. And I'm going to share the pictures on my Instagram because I love seeing them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on The Bite.